So my most popular video to date on my YouTube channel has to do with food, and here we see a bunch of food. And the last video in question is all about vegan backpacking food, though for that food, for much of that food, you would need a stove to boil up some water and do, kind of minor cooking while you're out on the trail. But I actually am putting together a set of no-cook vegan food here for a trip I have coming up. I actually bought all this food for a trip that was supposed to happen last week, but as things happen, as a parent, things come up, family responsibility got in the way. But it doesn't matter because you know what? I rescheduled the trip for a few weeks later, and this food doesn't, has a good shelf life. So I'll go through some of these options for my no-cook vegan meals for this upcoming trip, and I'm looking forward to it. I've tested all this food too. I've done it before. I've eaten quite a lot of this food. I eat nearly vegan, as I mentioned in the last video. So yeah, let's get down to it. So I guess I'll start with the breakfast, right? And breakfast in the morning, what I will do is I will generally have this is no surprise, a granola bar, candy bar, or a flapjack, right? And how I like to do it is I'll have two, and I'll space them out because they're pretty dense, like they're pretty calorically dense. So what I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning, I'll get up, go through my morning routines. Usually, go pee, and then start breaking down camp. And but I'll while I'm doing this, I'll kind of be munching on one of these bars. Then once I finish breaking camp, pack up, and I hit the trail. Usually, like 5 minutes after I'm done, I'll take out another one of these to eat, as I'm walking in the morning. So that's my breakfast. I'll have a couple of these. Now for lunch, what I'll do is I'll take either just some tortillas. I'll take some tortillas. What is not pictured here is the stuff that needs to be frozen for the time being, which is some hot dogs, some just soy hot dogs. So you don't really have to worry about them going bad as much as you would obviously with meat. So if you take some frozen hot dogs, you take a handful of frozen hot dogs, you put them in a plastic bag, throw them in your pack. They're going to be good for a section hike, 2, 3, 4 days. You'll be fine, especially if it's in a cooler season like the spring, fall, for sure the winter, so you don't have to worry about that. So there's that for lunch. Then for dinner, I will have some chips. I'll repackage this too. That's another thing I should mention, right? The chips here would go into a Ziploc baggie. I have some crackers here, which would go in a Ziploc baggie. These are Swedish crackers. This is knäckebröd for all you Scandinavians out there, or it's just hard bread. And while this is not actually that calorically dense, what this really is a vehicle, a means to get other more nutrient dense stuff. For example, this is a mainstay for vegetarian vegans out there, Tartex, right? And this is like veggie pate. You throw this down on top of some crackers along with some nuts, and you got yourself some dinner. Oh, another thing too that I don't know where I put it. I have it around my office here somewhere, but dried fruit too. So throw some dried mango, some figs, some dates, some coconut chips, some what else, well, the list goes on, dried apricots, etc. So you can take that. And also, if you want to spoil yourself too, there's nothing stopping you from taking, some fresh fruit too. Take a couple bananas, a couple apples, especially if it's just, a 2-3 day trip. It's just like a weekend or section hike or whatever. But yeah, but back to repackaging too. Don't forget about your friend, Mr. or Mrs. if you will, peanut butter. And, pesto, vegan pesto does exist out there. So what you could do is actually take some, recycled plastic containers. This was for candy. And you can, put some peanut butter in there. And then put some pesto in there to spread on crackers or add with chips. Or to, throw on a, sandwich on a tortilla, right? And that's about it, right? That's some vegan no-cook food, right? It's easy, quick. It's especially good now that the temperatures are warming up. You can see the sun coming through here. The weather's getting warmer here in Sweden. It's going to be 20 degrees centigrade today, which is amazing. I'm looking forward to a day trip I have planned today. But yes, That's nicer to eat. You don't, at least I don't crave hot foods as much in the summertime or in the warmer weather. So in the wintertime, for sure, I will always take my cook kit, and spring and fall, I will usually, 9 times out of 10 take that too. But yeah. Well, that's about it, right? Pretty short and sweet. These are just some options for no cook, vegan backpacking, meals. Oh, one last thing. I found some mustard, ketchup and mustard packs, and salt and pepper. So when you go out to eat at your favorite, fast food place or pub or whatever, make sure to, yeah, take a few of them home. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, but that's it. Hope this was helpful, enjoyable. Yeah, like I said, to my surprise, my last, food video, has become, somewhat popular. So, yeah, happy trails to you. Take care.